Hi everybody. Today I decided to make a short video of my steering system. Somebody asked me if I could do that, so I'm just gonna have to do that right now. But first I'll tell you a little bit about my truck. It's a 1957 Chevy 3600. It's not a short bed and it's not a long bed either. It's the one with the 89 inches bed. So the first thing I did is install a aftermarket steering column, and then I moved on to the gearbox. See, this truck still has its original frame for two reasons. One, I wanted to have a truck with one serial number only, and the second one was I wanted to put a big block on it, so I needed extra room on the engine bay. So the first thing I did is well, the second thing, install the gearbox, what I would think it would work for me. This location right here. I tried a gearbox out of a square body Chevy full drive, which has got the pivot arm on this side over here, and then I tried to use the original steering arm that goes around here on a curve like that. But the problem that I had is that since this frame doesn't narrow at the engine bay like square body trucks, the gearbox ended up being out about a couple of inches. So when I installed my drag link, it was pushing inwards, so I couldn't turn to the right. So I mean, driving, it'll turn, but when it was parked, I just couldn't turn it. So I went ahead and tried something. I built this drag link myself, and this I kind of like set it up like that. Well, it was something like that. So it'll push more, it has better angle on the arm. And it worked for a while, but I mean, it did work. But then I got 14-inch wide tires, so when I turned all the way to the right, it would hit the gearbox. So that didn't work either. So then I had to go with the crossover steering setup, which requires a two-wheel drive truck gearbox because of the different orientation on the pivot arm. And then I started with a 6-inch wheel first, but I wanted to run a sway bar on my truck. So I went ahead and installed this plate right here and installed my sway bar. But then I didn't have enough clearance right here, so I had to go with 8-inch lid to give me a little bit of clearance, because this one needs some movement. This one's got some movement right here. The other side is okay. And that worked better. I had to put a couple spacers over here on my gearbox on the back, because see, this box got a hump over here on the back, so they'll clear the frame. So I put these two spacers right here. I welded this little plate right here to reinforce it, and I pretty much put it even with the cross member that runs over here, so it won't flex so much on the frame. So that's pretty much about it that I had to do. I mean, it works fine now. And as far as the headers on the truck, these are, on this truck you can put any kind of headers, any rig doesn't matter how big of a motor you put, you got room for headers because they got plenty of room on both sides. So these are square body Chevy truck headers, but you can run car headers on it too, because since the motor sits lower than the old use a square body truck frame with a setup higher, but then since it's lower, the headers end up being lower than what I wanted them to, and I had to review this ugly elbow myself, but I'm gonna eliminate once I install some car headers on it, that they'll be about 2-3 inches taller, and that'll take care of that. I could have, but like I said, you can use any kind of headers on these trucks. I could have installed the monsters. I got on my Camaro right here, but I mean, this will work better for this car right here. But I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the only problem that I had, just the orientation on the drag link, and then the clearance over here. If you're not running a sway bar, then you won't have a problem, because you can run smaller lift on it. But I wanted an 8-inch lift so it'll clear my tires, and you definitely wanted a sway bar. I don't know why, but I wanted one. But that's pretty much all I had to do. So, I mean, if you got any more questions, just let me know. I'll be glad to help you out. Okay, thank you for looking now.